How are we doing, everyone? It's Ace from Romney Custom Catapults. So I thought I'd do these builds in one video. Quite colourful. I like them. This week's work, I think this week and next week's work, I've actually quite enjoyed. The builds I've been doing. They're all a little bit different. Got some nice things to come. I've got videos I need to upload. Like, I've got older videos that I've not been uploading. Mainly because the Wi-Fi is terrible at mine. It's really slow. 4G is terrible. Basically, we live in a kind of a hole where we don't get no signal for anything, telly or anything. Sometimes I wonder even about my own brain signals. Anyway, let's have a look at these builds. As you can see, both Velociraptor OTT, both of them are custom dimensions, 95mm wide, 85mm wide, 24mm tips, 22mm tips. The rest of it's pretty similar. So yeah, let's go in with this one. Now, believe it or not, this is actually a 3-layer build. We've got 3mm G10, we got 4mm SRBP, which is a synthetic resin bonded paper, and then on the front we've got what I like to call a Picasso crazy split. The splits go in all different directions. I think they look kind of cool, to be honest with you. Red G10, black G10, black carbon pins. A little bit of whiting on the G10 there. That's the actual G10 itself, though, not me, obviously. Double optics. Just a really cool way to scale the frame. I think it gives it a little bit of a, I don't know, what does it give it? You tell me. Something different to look at. I like the Picasso crazy split. 4 pieces, 3-layer build. Really happy with it. I'm not really a fan of red, to be honest with you, bright red, but I'm happy with that build. What I am a fan of is yellow. And I'm a fan of how I've scaled this build. I call it the ladder core. Ladder core because obviously little ladders, even though they're quite wide apart. 6mm yellow G10 in the middle. Now, if you look really closely, this is actually a 5-layer build. You can see the layers of carbon there. So it's actually a carbon face G10. So it's a 5-layer build, this, but you gotta have keen eyes to see it. But they're there. Loving this ladder core. It's something I have done before in the past, and I really liked it, and I'm going to start doing it more regular. It's something you don't really see other builders do all that often, hardly ever. I love it. I mean, you've still got plenty of strength there because your strength's in this one single piece here. That's a single piece there that covers all pieces. Now, these pieces here, it's not random. They are 30mm each. I did do one previously. It was a Lynx from years ago. Still love that frame now. That had 20mm pieces. And I soon realised, you learn these things as you go along. When I done 20mm pieces, I couldn't do the whole lot. And because obviously you do a dry run clamping it up. When I done the dry run clamping it up, my clamps wouldn't actually clamp because the head on the clamp is about 27 or 8mm. So I had to glue each piece separate, and it took forever. And not just for the fact that it took forever, I had to keep each edge really clean with glue so the next bit would go up really, really flush. And it was just a bit of a nightmare. Whereas when I do 30mm bits, I can get a clamp, one clamp there, one there, and I can get clamps on each piece of this. So to do it with 30mm splits means I can clamp that whole core up in one go, which saves, as you can imagine, a lot of time. The 20mm obviously looks better because you get more of these little lines down it. It looks more intricate. It does look better, in my opinion. It'd look better if they were 15mm. You get even more lines, but it's just really increasing the difficulty level of the build. Something I might do again in the future, I might not, but I think just that in itself, I think looks pretty good. I'd like your opinions on it, but love yellow. It's a good colour scheme. What I'm going to do is I fancy doing this build with neon green in the middle, orange. I don't know, do a few different bits and bobs, but yeah, I'm really, really happy with it. I'm liking that ladder core. Which one do you like the best? Do you like the ladder core or do you like the Picasso crazy split face? Be interesting to know your opinions. for me personally, I like the ladder core. Purely because I do a lot of split faces, so it's a little bit different. But no, it'd be interesting to see what you all think. One's a lefty, one's a righty. Pretty even with what I get left and right, to be fair. Yeah. Two cool, colourful builds with more cool, colourful stuff to come. I've been doing a little bit of shooting. Let me just have a look here. I've got my own build in the bedroom window. I've got it here in case I see any pigeons out the window. I'm yet to, well, when I never had the catapult in the window, I saw loads of pigeons. Now I've got the catapult, I don't see any. I love this build, love this wood. This is actually for sale. I put it up for sale because I don't really have a use for it. I've got my other build that I use more often probably than this. This shoots great, but like I say, I don't need several frames to shoot. I've got a couple of Titans from Chris Graffin over at Catapult Carnage. They're good hunting builds and users for when you don't care about losing something. And I've got my good target shooter. So this really doesn't really serve much of a purpose for me. And out of the two builds I've got, this would be the one that I choose to sell over the other one. So if anyone's interested, just drop me an email or a message on there or whatever. But the trouble is with this, I have to sell them cheaper because my dimensions are very select. This is 77mm outer and I believe it's 23mm tips. And it's also a juvenile, which is really small. So my builds are quite custom and they don't suit everyone, but yeah. Raptor City, they all look pretty cool, don't they? Anyway, I'm out here. I've got a little bit of work to do. I might go and visit some friends. I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. A little bit of a jog to do later as well. So I'm going to go for a run. Over and out. Catch you all later.